Welcome to another edition of The Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie. It's everything about the outdoors. Take it away, guys.
Whoa, good morning up in here. The Good Outdoors radio show here, 99.5 Kicks Country. How's it going, Ronnie and Steve? Daryl, what in the world?
Pretty good for Thursday so far.
Yeah, it was a little cooler this morning, so I felt better. Man, it was hot yesterday when I got out.
25 degrees cooler this morning.
At least we ain't going to roast up in here in the studio.
Crazy weather.
Yeah.
Crazy weather. South Georgia. Man, we were talking about turkey hunting yesterday, and had a good time in here, and y'all all but the tasing.
How's your burn spot feel?
Well, my tooth got knocked out too. When I hit the wall over there trying to get out.
It was one of those bonded ones anyway. It wasn't a real one, was it?
No, and Daryl's the one that got the short end of the stick. He's over there trapped in the corner. He couldn't get loose. At least I did get out the door.
He hit me 3 times, man. Hit me 3 times.
I'm glad that's some thick glass beside you over there.
And I'll tell you, he had it rattling. We ain't gonna invite Al back no time soon.
No, he has banned from the Good Outdoor Studio.
I would have liked to have seen you from the other side of that glass when you were smacking against it yesterday.
Heck yeah. He hit that glass about 3 times. He almost knocked himself out over there.
Like a blind goldfish hitting that thing.
Yep.
One thing about it, never mind.
Well,
I'll tell you that one there.
I guess we don't even have one thing anymore.
No, I don't even have one thing.
So much for that one thing.
Oh, man.
I was coming in this morning listening to the radio and heard a story about my old stomping grounds over there in Brunswick, Georgia. A gentleman had met another gentleman at the Wendy's on I-95 to exchange a snake that they had. Why are you steal my brownie like that? That ain't right.
It was there.
But anyway, he went there to exchange a snake. I guess he had sold the snake to another guy. But anyway, he claimed that he had been bitten by a black mamba and that the black mamba got loose, and it caused a ruckus there because a mamba's a very aggressive snake. So
very deadly snake.
They sent a lot of law enforcement officers over there looking for the snake, and then come to find out he had been bitten not by a black mamba but by a cobra, and it was his own pet cobra. Or I don't know if you'd call it a pet, but he's in hot water for false reporting, filing a false report and sending all those resources over there to try to look for a snake that didn't exist. So
the cobra wasn't bad enough to bite him?
It bit him, but he was trying to say that it was a black mamba that, got loose and was running wild. The cobra did not get loose and enter the wild. So they spent days and days looking for a black mamba that did not exist. So Brunswick, you can relax. There is not a black mamba among your crowd there. So you're safe.
Oh yeah, that would be rough to have a dang black mamba loose.
I reckon
South Georgia,
it would.
Man. Them things they say they are mean, aggressive, and they're highly contagious.
No, they're not contagious.
Not contagious.
I would say venomous.
Venomous.
Not
wondering
contagious.
if y'all were listening. That's what I was wondering. You know what? I was cruising, and I saw this last night, and I pulled it back up this morning out in Oklahoma on a golf course. They found a meth lab. And you know where they found this meth lab at? On
the golf course.
Potty.
In a solar poop cooker.
In a porta potty. A porta potty, y'all. Really? I mean, a porta potty meth lab?
Yeah, speaking of porta potties, there was a thing circulating on Facebook the other day where there was a guy had taken a porta potty and put them in a line of porta potties like at a fair or something, and he cut the back of the porta potty out, an escape hatch.
I saw that.
And he asked the people out front, "Hey man, can you watch my bag while I go in the porta potty?" So he gets in there, he crawls out the back of the porta potty, then he sticks his feet up through the toilet to where his feet are hanging out of the toilet. And he starts screaming, and finally somebody will come in the door, and when they open the door, all they see is his feet hanging out of the thing like the toilet.
To pull him out.
Trying to suck him down, and they're going, oh my God. Then all of a sudden he just sucks him on down, and you ought to see the looks on their faces. They're like, oh my gosh, poltergeist. That is some funny stuff right there. That's some stuff we need to be doing right there.
Yeah, that's right. We need to be pulling some of that.
Like going to the mall with a mister. And sneezing on people and spraying them, boy, you ought to see the reactions then.
Mm-hmm. That's like that Betty White show. You ever seen it? I don't forget what it's called, but you know who Betty White is, old lady.
Yeah,
the Betty White show.
Her and a bunch of her older friends are out there pranking people like that. It's pretty funny, man. It's pretty funny. I think it comes on Monday nights. Hey, NASCAR is debuting a brand new track drying system. It's called the Air Titan track drying system, and debuted this weekend.
Does it work?
Is it a hovercraft so Juan Pablo can't hit it?
I don't know. I mean, there's no pictures. That's pretty funny.
Oh, they're still developing it.
But no, that's not.
Compressed air along with the jet
Okay,
dryers.
Mr.
Combination.
Mr. NASCAR is filling us in on it. But yep, compressed air to efficiently and reliably push water off the racing surface and onto the apron, where vacuum trucks will remove the remaining moisture. Jet dryers will follow each Air Titan to dry excess water left on the racing surface, as well as any debris.
The Air Titan.
Whoa, nice!
Got an impressive name.
I bet it works about. I bet it'll get the track dry about 2 minutes faster than the old system.
Probably so.
The best thing it can do is not rain on race day. Yeah, we had Al Dodds
though for NASCAR.
We had Al Dodds in here talking turkeys, and him, the one sauce guru, and we never once talked about how to cook a wild turkey. Maybe we can go over some of that today. There's several ways to
Al did say it too. He cut it up in strips.
Well, that was a question.
To the one sauce.
That was one of the questions. Where do you do it? I don't think he got zapped on that one. Everybody knew dragging it through the one sauce was a dead giveaway there.
That was we'll cover some of that this morning. We'll talk about cooking. Matter of fact, we might just do several different talks about wild game cooking. We'll include some turkeys and some dells and maybe some quails and things like that. I think that'd be a good thing to do.
Yeah, we had Davey Ferraro call in yesterday morning from Hunt Strong. Check out his website at ihuntstrong.com. But that's all he does is live off the land. Literally, he hunts during the year to gather food for his freezer to get him through the summer months. He's wild turkey, elk, mule deer, all kind of animal, venison, and things he prepares. It's all healthy, and of course he don't just eat healthy. He works out. He runs a lot of races. He does that Tough Mudder competition that we've spoken about. He also does this thing we didn't get into yesterday. He does stair races. He lives down there around the Tampa area, so there's a lot of high-rise buildings, and they actually on Saturdays they'll have stair races. They're timed events where they time how fast you can get from the bottom floor to the top and back running up the stairwell. So
You ought to get in that, Daryl.
I'm gonna tell you what, that'll make a man out of you. We woke up that morning. We were at the Lakeland show.
I'm talking to you.
We woke up that morning at the Lakeland show, and they were going to practice for an event. And they said, "Do y'all want to go? Want to go run stairs with us?" And I looked at him like he had three eyes. I said, "Have you lost your mind?" But anyway, Sam, our friend from Hunting is Good, he said, "Yeah, I'll go with you," because Sam said, he keeps himself in pretty good shape. He rides his bicycle in the mornings. He's 43, and he came back and he could not attend the show. It wiped him out, son. He said, "I ain't never doing that again." He was trying to keep up with old Davey. Davy's probably, Davy's in his 30s. He's in his prime. Got a interesting call yesterday from a old ball playing buddy of mine, Marcus Ratcliffe. He played shortstop. I played second. He was watching TV with his son on Saturday, and saw me up there, and I hadn't talked to him in probably 15 years, and he got a hold of Dirk Harrell and gave me a call. It was good to talk to Marcus. He's doing good living up in Tennessee, so pretty cool to hook up with other people, that you ain't seen in a long time through the good outdoors. Softball, something we'll talk about one day, man. Softball's an insanely popular outdoor activity. Of course, our own Bulldog C Hall is sponsored by Eagle Auto Repair. They do a weekend team there, and but it's big. It's big event, big stuff. A lot of money exchanged. On the softball fields through the equipment. The cleats, the shoes, or the uniforms, and the bats, the gloves. It's big stuff. It's serious. They take it seriously.
This guy out in California, this Dorner guy that they've been searching for, and they think they found, and all that. Now they out there. The cabin was. People are saying the cabin was purposely burnt with him inside of it. Who cares? Really?
Purposely burnt? I thought he set the cabin on fire.
There's these conspiracy theorists out there saying, they saying that some of the tapes listening to the sheriffs and all that saying they might have purposely burned it. I don't really care. I don't. He's guilty, dude. He shot and killed these people in cold blood. So what? Burn him.
Charbroiled cop killer. Don't matter. to
Does
me.
not matter one bit. Y'all shut up and go on. Excuse me. Hush and go on. The guy's dead. That's where he needs to be. Let God handle the justice. How about that?
I mean, the
Thank
drone
God.
strikes, that's going to be, they talk about these drone strikes, that's going to be something that they use in situations like that when they get a known killer like that hemmed up in the hole, they'll send a drone in there and just blow him up. But, yeah, I'm like you. I mean, if they knew 100% sure if he was alone in that cottage, torch it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Burn it up. Burn it, blow it, whatever. But what I understood on the news, and I was half listening, I thought that they had chunked tear gas in there trying to run him out, and that he had set the place on fire himself. Is what that. But I don't know. I mean, there's all these conspiracies saying that he ain't in there, that it's somebody else, that he escaped. That he shot and killed somebody. So they are waiting on DNA. But dead giveaway to me is when they announced that they had relaxed the armed guard on the guys that he had threatened and stuff like that. So they know it's him. They know it's over.
Yeah, it didn't mildly burn either. It burnt to the ground.
All the way to the ground.
Yeah, it got
And
pretty hot.
where they're getting this from is just precisely this. It says, okay, we're going to go forward with the plan, with the burn, like we talked about. 7 burners deployed, and we have a fire. Copy. 7 burners deployed, and we have a fire. That come from police commands, or police cans came from 5 minutes and 17 seconds of audio allegedly recorded off law enforcement radio during Tuesday's 10th standoff.
That's almost correct, but actually it went.
Oh, we have a bird over here already. Can I go around?
That's how they actually did. That's why you should have said it. That's
They
the way I would have said
they
it.
first lobbed the traditional tear gas in the cabin when did not work. I don't care. Burn him up. I do not. I mean, what?
He's not
really?
the first fellow I've ever attempted to smoke out.
Nah. He got smoked out.
He got
dude.
smoked out.
Ain't nothing better.
Well,
for him.
it's hard to be smoked out when you stick a gun in your mouth and blow your head off.
Because that's what he did.
We're going to be back in 2 minutes here. Hang it out to get outdoors. Over.
We're running out of time. We're drawing the line. This is our battle cry.
Huntin' is Good TV is an action-packed hunting show with a mission to secure our hunting heritage. Join Steve Nichols, Trey Weatherington, and Neil Armati each week as they hunt across the U.S. and Canada with pro athletes, actors, wounded warriors, kids, and regular old Joes who know hunting is good. Huntin' is Good TV airs on Pursuit Channel and is available on Dish Network Channel 240 and DirecTV Channel 604. For more info, visit huntingisgoodtv.com and follow on Facebook at facebook.com/HIG TV show. You can also use your high-speed internet connection to watch online by logging on to filmon.com at the airtimes posted on our website. And remember, hunting is good.
This is our battle cry.
There's only one place in Valdosta if you want the freshest seafood in town. It's Bubba Jack's Crab Shack at 1700 West Hill Avenue. They got wild Georgia shrimp cooked about any way you could want it. Fried, peel and eat, grilled, or buffalo style. They got a Wednesday night oyster special at $7.99 a dozen, and that ain't no mistake. $7.99 a dozen, Wednesday night only. Bring the kids with you, and if they don't eat seafood, get them some chicken tender baskets or hamburger hot dog. And do not forget to try the fresh cut, hand-dipped onion rings at Bubba Jack's Crab Shack, 1700 West Hill Avenue, Valdosta. Triangle Discount Corner is a true discount and convenience store located at the intersection of River Street and St. Augustine Road. It's very easy to zip in and zip right back out. Triangle Discount Corner is all about convenience and discounts. Ice cold beverages, coffee, snacks, last minute needs, or filling up that gas tank in a flash is what we're all about. Wheel into Triangle Discount Corner today and tell them you listen to the Good Outdoors on Kicks Country 99.5 and get you a nice hot cup of coffee for a quarter. But you got to get there before 9 a.m. That's Triangle Discount Corner at the corner of River Street and St. Augustine in Valdosta. Jones Welding and Industrial Supply has been serving South Georgia and North Florida for over 3 decades. With 9 locations in the South, Jones Welding and Industrial Supply is a full-line distributor for all welding and industrial supplies. The Jones mission is to provide quality products at a competitive price in order to supply the best service available. Jones Welding and Industrial Supply has built a reputation for good, honest, old-fashioned service. For a location near you, visit www.joneswelding.com. Jones Welding and Industrial Supply is a proud supporter of the Good Outdoors.
Service. It's a very simple word, but you'd think it's French. At Deep South Sanitation, our service will never be questioned. We are there when we say we'll be there. If there's a couple extra bags by the can, we pick it up. Deep South Sanitation don't care if the lid won't close. All the more reason to dump it. If you're elderly or disabled, the Deep South Sanitation team will get your can, dump it, and put it back. If trash blew out, we don't leave it, we pick it up. Keep the money you pay for sanitation services local by supporting Deep South Sanitation, a locally owned business. Call Carrie Scarborough today at Deep South Sanitation, 229-559-0200.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Welcome back to the Good Outdoors. Hey, we're going to talk a little bit about cooking turkey. We killed them yesterday. We called them in and we killed them. Well, we called them in. We got to kill them in 2 weeks with the guns. We're going to go over that. And now we're going to cook them a little bit ahead of time. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
Like it. Might even talk about how you cook some deer meat. And Ronnie, he loves to cook. He's our resident chef, so he'll chime in on some of it.
Who'd have thunk it?
I can do it.
He can do it up. But man, there's several ways to cook wild turkey. I mean, my way I've always done it. I'll just take the breast out of the bird and I'll cut it up in strips and soak it in buttermilk and fry it. And
You kind of went through that really
I went through the
fast.
buttermilk thing really quick. But no, I always, and I actually learned this from Al Dodds probably 25 years ago about soaking it in buttermilk for about an hour or two in the refrigerator. And actually from his son, which came from Al.
I don't do it in buttermilk. I do it in regular milk.
Do you?
Yeah. Soak
And
it
then
as long as you can, yeah.
batter it up, fry it in them little old strips. And there's some good ways to do it. I mean, you can take the whole breast, wrap it in tin foil, throw it up on the grill. It don't matter. I mean, you ain't gonna you can, but I'm not gonna mess up a wild turkey breast. Ain't no way.
And fried nuggets is hard to beat.
Man, they're really good. And of course, I mean, there's all kind of other ways to do it. Also, I mean, you can do it many other ways, but I just love that.
Yeah, like most people, deep fry a turkey. That's the most popular method of cooking a turkey. But the breasts of a wild turkey are generally smaller than a butter ball out of Publix. But they deep fry them. But there's other ways to do it. You can do it in the crock pot, and you can bake it in the oven just like a conventional turkey. Of course, cutting it up in strips and slathering it, through some concoction there and frying it on top of the stove is always a thing. But the crock pot is an interesting one there. I like rice and gravy. That's just one of my favorite things to eat, although it's probably not the most healthy thing for me to eat.
You could cut my wrist and gravy would run out probably.
Ain't no doubt about that.
I love gravy.
Wrist or leg, either one. Speaking of food, I was going to go on a diet today, and it's not necessarily a conventional diet, but I'm trying my best to stay away from bread. That's the thing. Any kind of bread I'm staying away from. And then I walk in here and there's brownies.
He hasn't stayed away from them yet.
Compliments of Angie Colbert. I've only eaten one, I think, so far.
Thank you, Angie.
I was going to eat two, but you stole my other one.
Well, what did I do in return?
You put the temptation back in front of me. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 laying there, and I have not bitten one yet, but it's getting hard.
Because I don't have any chocolate milk sitting there.
And we're supposed to have some sausage coming this morning from our favorite sausage cooking person in the Good Outdoors, Miss Pam Lee Smith.
Pam's bringing some sausage this morning. What a treat! Yeah, I'll
you're on a diet. You don't get any.
Oh no, I will eat the sausage sans the bread. No bread.
Cooking wild turkeys. If y'all got any way y'all like to do it, y'all give us a call 229-253-0995.
I'm gonna throw this in there. The wild turkey breast itself.
Breasts. You got.
I'm not gonna recommend you bake it. It's never been brined before, but you could brine it, I guess. And that basically what that means you soak it in a little bit of salt water,
or buttermilk.
But it just doesn't have the fat content that a farm raised bird has, and you're not going to be satisfied. It's going to be pretty dry. So.
Yeah, well, that's the trouble you run into with a wild bird. About any way you cook it, you got to remember that there's no fat content in there, so it's going to dry out like super easy. So you got to really watch what you're doing there. That's why a lot of people fry it, because that frying it, real fast, it locks it in there.
When you think about it, you can take any kind of meat. You can cook a wild turkey basically the same way you cook any type of meat. We had it in that big gumbo over there in Alabama. and it was excellent, mixed in with sausage and rice in there and different seasonings. You could do that. You can put it in soup.
Yeah,
you know, you
absolutely.
can substitute. It's a great meat. It doesn't have the fat content like Ronnie mentioned. You can substitute it for anything, any kind of meat in there.
So anything that's got a broth in it, you can throw it in there.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be fine.
You can take it and slice it, and put some good rub on it, and wrap it in tin foil and keep it good and moist so it doesn't dry out near as bad as it normally would. Put it on the grill and just let it, really, really slow cook, man. It'd be tender.
You can marinate that thing in a little bit of Italian.
Well, when you marinate something, boy, it's something I like it when marinated.
Mm-hmm.
Golly.
You could also soak it in something overnight and put some flavor in it. You could do that
You
too.
can do that too. Inject it. That's what, take one of the injectors and inject the stuff in it with a marinade. You could the marinade.
You could also get a needle and a syringe and give it some shots full of juice and put that inside.
I bet people with that meth lab probably had some of them, didn't they? That's probably what they was going to do with
I
it.
don't know. Do they do meth with shots? I don't know.
I have no
I don't even
idea.
want to know. We don't even talk about
I drink mine.
Daryl?
it.
I don't know nothing about the mess. I really don't.
Ain't no plans with that mess. That's exactly right.
The only thing I know about it is illegal. One
of the key things when you're cooking a turkey, you got to clean it first,
That's right.
and that's something you got to know to do. And
Tell us how to do it.
Well, really quick, you start by cutting off the fan of the turkey, which is his tail feathers. When
Oh, I
you
thought
spread
it was a
them out.
ceiling fan so it didn't blow feathers everywhere.
Now, speaking of this, I got to tell you this, and this might not be that funny to most people, but I thought it was pretty cool. My son Caden had a little friend come over. His name's KJ, and he's a fourth grader, and he's a little robust, a little plump boy, but man, just as good as gold. Real nice little kid, And Caden says, "Can KJ spend the night?" And I said, "Yeah, he can spend the night." And he says, "Okay, well he's gonna ride his bike back home and then get his clothes, and his dad will bring him over." So his dad comes over and he drops him off out there, and I see him coming in, and I see him carrying something. And I said, "What is he carrying?" It was a little white box looking thing. And as he got closer, it was a fan. Cuz had come from his house bringing his old fan because he
can't
sleeps.
sleep without
He can't
a fan.
sleep. He can't sleep without that noise. He is addicted to that noise of that fan, and he brought that fan in. And I was just looking at him saying, "KJ, you got your fan?" He goes, "Yes, sir. I can't sleep without my fan." So everywhere he goes, spit it out. He carries his fan with him. I thought
Let me
that was
tell
funny.
you, it is funny, but there's so many people out there that
Mom's
is
like
addicted to
that.
that. Mom was
Yeah,
like that. Daddy was like that. So many people out there have to have that fan noise. They're used to it.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna hear a booger man breaking in.
They
I don't guess it matters. They don't care, do they?
I guess not.
Anyway, you cut off the fan of the turkey by cutting off the skin at the tail of the turkey. You cut off the wings of the turkey at the second joint. So you feel around there and find that second joint. Pull the feathers and skin off by grabbing the skin near the turkey's tail and then gently pulling the skin with the feathers off the turkey's body up toward the neck. Now, when they say gently do it, I don't know what the heck they're talking about because you can't gently do it.
Well, they try and tell you kind of work your fingers in between it and get it loose from the meat. So you don't-
I
so you
guess
don't
they're
pull the
telling
meat
you
loose.
not to just go to snatching it because you will
Right.
pull the leaf move, but you ain't gonna gently pull it. You gotta put a little backbone to it. But next, you can optionally take the turkey's breasts off since they cook faster by cutting them along the breastbone.
That's what I do with mine.
Yeah, most people do. After this, open the body cavity and clean out the entrails. Guts is what we call them up in here.
It's the entrails.
And then finally, you cut off the head and feet off at the second joint. You got yourself a turkey.
There you go. You're in
You ready?
business.
You ready to roll? You ready to roll? So you got to clean him before you cook him, and then figure out how to cook him. You can get online and find recipes. And I've been thinking about these quail we had at Southwind Sporting Clays and Quails. I'm going to smother mine in gravy. I've just no matter where I go and what recipe I look at, that's the one I look at, and that's the one I keep coming back to because I keep thinking about making that gravy. I'm on. I didn't look at the birds he cleaned, but I'm gonna debone them, make sure all the shots out and all. I'm gonna put them in the rice after I cook, smother them in some onions and gravy. And I'm just got in my mind that I think that's gonna be some fine eating right there now.
You just let me know what time it's going to be ready.
Tomorrow.
I just have to leave the show. We leave the show in the morning. Just right.
No, tomorrow never comes.
Oh.
When tomorrow gets here, it'll be today.
You can't fool
and I'll
me.
say I'm doing it tomorrow.
You can't. I can smell it. I'll be able to smell it.
I'll have to get me some cover scent then, some turpentine or something. camouflage the smell. We got a call coming in. He might have some turkey recipe information for us. Good morning, caller. You on there on the Good Outdoors? How are you?
Good morning.
What's going on?
If you drop that turkey in a little bit of hot water, then feathers will come out easier.
You're right about that. It'll make them easier to come out. That's right. That's the way they used to do chickens on the farm. They'd boil that big old pot of water and dunk them down in there, and the feathers would come right off.
Yeah, and like the first time I cooked mine, I've only cooked 2 of them.
Yep.
But I cooked them in the oven, but the first time I did it, I injected them with some Italian dressing.
Oh, yeah.
And wrapped it in aluminum foil, put my vegetables in there, and it was so tender and good. Even the legs, y'all always talking about the legs aren't that good. That mess was good. I forgot to tie her legs together, though, so when she went in, she looked sweet and innocent. When she come out, she looked like a trollop. So.
I hear you. Now, was that a wild turkey that you cooked?
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
good.
a wild turkey.
Good deal. Well, we appreciate you sharing that. Injecting that meat with that Italian dressing has become real popular. It just adds a lot of flavor to the meat.
Yeah, and I do know that we was having a hard time getting them feathers out.
Yeah.
So we dropped her down in some hot water, and then they came out real easy.
Oh, yeah, they come out. It's kind of like me when I wash my hair in real hot water, my hair falls out real easy.
All right. Well, y'all have a good day.
All right, you too. Thanks for calling.
All right, bye.
Good.
I always go in up under the skin. I don't never have a problem with the feathers. I just rip the breast right up out of there, just like I do doing a dove
Without
or
skin, because you're gonna nugget it up and fry it anyway.
Yes, sir.
Nugget it up.
Nugget it
I
up.
hear you, boy. I like nugget it
Hey,
up.
I talked to Chris Morgan yesterday from Bob's Place. Yesterday afternoon. Yesterday evening. He said, y'all got me this morning. I said, what are you talking about? He said, right when I got to work, I went inside and I looked in my reg book. I keep a regulation book at work. And you guys were right. I said, of course we were, man. I said, Steve spent 20 minutes over there researching that.
We are trained professionals up in here. We know what we're talking about. And if we don't know it, by God, we'll make it up and you'll believe it.
He came up with that information after he'd already been tased one time. So you darn tootin' he was going to be right.
Yeah, I had my neurons firing.
Yeah, we appreciate all the listeners out there, and appreciate you, Chris, for what you do for us and listening in. And we mailed him some shirts yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Good Outdoors. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. Everyone knows that Eagle Auto Repair in Lake Park, Georgia is the best place to get your vehicle back in shape and keep it there. But did you know they're also a certified U-Haul provider? That's right. If you are moving somewhere or pulling a car or truck and need help, Eagle Auto Repair can hook you up. No matter if it's local or long distance, we've got you covered. Might as well leave your car for service while you move. That's multitasking. Eagle Auto Repair, 321 Lakes Boulevard in beautiful Lake Park, Georgia. Stop by or give Ronnie a call at 229-559-1999.
Here we go again. Every time there's a food plot to be planted, Daryl's nowhere to be found. You see him, Ronnie?
He's probably in the truck eating a dang sandwich.
I'm sitting right here by this tree and they don't even see me.
Man, that Realtree AP was designed to blend hunters with their surroundings, not hide them when it's time to work.
I'm so hidden the scooters can't even find me.
Okay, Daryl, come on. We got to get this stuff planted.
What's that? Hey, stop it.
Realtree. It's so real, a coyote might pee on it.
Serves you right, you slacker.
So you need a car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Midway Auto Emporium at 4189 Bemis Road, Valdosta, Georgia. Cameron and Melissa Tucker has been serving the Valdosta area for over 7 years now. They are a family-owned and operated local business with hometown values and still believe in handshake deals. With a great selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, with a Carfax report on every one of them, along with bank financing at all credit levels and interest rates as low as 1.85% with approved credit. 4189 Bemis Road, or visit their website at midwayautoemporium.com.
Attention Outdoor Nation. Adel Outfitters, located at exit 39 on I-75 in Adel, Georgia, has over 18,000 square feet of outdoor unbelievability just waiting on you. Specializing in a wide range of outdoor supplies for everyone, including hunting, fishing, shooting, kayaking, camping, Little League, clothing, knives, boots, you name it, Adel Outfitters has it. They also have that personal one-on-one attention that you just might not be getting from some of the big boxes, and Adel Outfitters has a whole lot less overhead, so you'll be surprised at the deals. So come see us now at Adel Outfitters, exit 39, Adel, Georgia. Val Optics on Patterson Street in Valdosta, Georgia has been providing 1-hour service for 25 years. From eyeglass repair to eye exams conducted by one of 2 on-site optometrists, Val Optics is there for all of your eyesight concerns. There is no need for an appointment, and most insurances are accepted. Val Optics also accepts outside prescriptions. So if you need eyeglass repair or an eye exam, stop by Val Optics at 601 North Patterson Street, Valdosta, Georgia. 25 years in business says it all. It's that time of year. People everywhere will be scrambling to find somebody to take care of filing their taxes. Fast Tax and Bookkeeping at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q has a quick turnaround time and the knowledge to prepare your taxes properly, making sure you are getting what's due. With $25 1040 EZ filings, electronic refunds in a flash, military and college student discounts, and fast and friendly service, drop by and see Lisa Griffiths and the gang at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q, or give them a call at 229-253-0181 to schedule an appointment.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Good morning. It's 5 a.m. on a Thursday morning, I believe.
Well, we opened the phone line. We did, didn't we?
229-253-0995 is the number to call here at the Good Outdoors. We're broadcasting live daily from 4:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. right here from the Black Crow Studios in beautiful downtown Valdosta.
Live action, baby.
Live action up in here, man. Got brownies going on, talking about cooking turkeys. Got a NASCAR Fantasy Racing League we're working on. We'll probably let y'all know about that. You may want to join in on the fun. And if you're a NASCAR fan, or even if you're not, you might want to get into it. It's pretty good outdoor activity. They hadn't run no cars indoors that I know of, so we'll call that an outdoor spot. Ain't no track big enough.
The infield's a heck of an activity.
Yeah, the track's too big to put a roof over.
Don't say that. You put a roof over anything.
Well, until they put a roof over it, I'm gonna say that the track's too big to put a roof over. So I'll stand corrected easily when they put a roof over it. But think about it: you go to the Superdome or the Georgia Dome, and how big and vast that is. Of course, Texas built the Dallas Cowboys built a new stadium, and those things pale in comparison to the size of a monster track like Daytona or Talladega. I mean, you can't.
It better have a good ventilation system. Is all I got to say. All those cars running around and a bunch of rednecks too. Woo!
It'd take you a lot longer to walk around that track than it does them cars to drive around it.
Yeah,
they can get around it in just a few seconds. There, you have to pack a lunch to get around it if you're walking.
It'll take a while.
Not to mention the fact the banking is so steep. I don't know if many people. There's probably not many people as a whole have actually gotten down there and walked into the banking in the first turn at Daytona, but it will blow your mind. It is very steep.
The start-finish line's got a steep.
Yep.
Yeah, about like walking up a wall.
Yep. That's exactly right. So anyway, talking turkey cooking and wild game cooking. You know, wild game dinners used to be very, very popular. There's still some around. You know, there's one in Thomasville that goes on. Morningside Baptist Church had one here for years. I used to go to it quite a bit.
Charity Baptist Church out at Shiloh, they're going to have one. I'll get you a date on that, but it's not very far off. I'll get a date on that one.
Might want to go out there and hang out, man. It's you get to sample all kind of wild game, and I remember back when Morningsides was going strong. There's all kind of stuff there. They'd literally have beaver tail,
tail.
Oh yeah, buffalo, raccoon, all kind of stuff. Yeah, possum, any kind of crazy thing that you could cook. They'd have it labeled there, and you could sample it if you had the willpower to try it. And
I like your choice of words there, willpower.
Yeah, and soft shell turtle, different things like that. But the beaver tail, I did eat it. I tried it. I cannot recall really what it tasted like, but I can't. I mean, I don't
rubber.
Well, if he doesn't remember, it couldn't have been awful. And it must not have been great. So
no, there was one awful dish there to me, and I couldn't. I mean, I tried it with an open mind, but raccoon, I ain't eating that. I'm never ever putting that back in my mouth. I don't like it.
I've had it, and it was good when I had it.
I ain't eating it. Bear, I'm not a big fan of bear. Now, Neil makes bear sausage that he swears up and down is real good, and I'll try it. It's not just, but this. I think it was like almost like bear steaks or something that we had at that thing, and I just didn't like it. I mean,
I had some one time that Joe Mathis cooked. He cooked it like a beef roast.
Yeah,
man, that's some of the best stuff I ever ate in my life.
All in how you cook bear.
Yep.
Well, it's way you
That's
cook
pretty much anything,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. I mean, the way you season it, the way you prepare it.
You could
And a
fry a
lot-
flip flop and put it in gravy, and it'd be edible.
I don't know about all that. I'll take your word on that. But
Hard
anyway,
fry it.
Boy, just won't taste
it all starts in the field when you kill the animal too. What you do from the time you kill it to the time you get it in there to prepare it. If you haven't done what you need to do, like our deer meat, we make sure that we've soaked it in at least ice water and keep pulling the water on and off of it for a few days to get all that blood out of it. That's where that wild gamey taste is in that blood. So if you prepare any dish right, you can make it edible. There's no doubt about it. Now if you get out there and you're trapping beaver and you get you a nice beaver, cut his tail off, skin the tail out, throw it in the grease right on the bank like you would a mullet down on the Alamo River, it ain't gonna be no good, brother. I can tell you that now. You wasting your time. But somebody was saying the other day, talking about the mullet and the mullet roe and all that, and he said that was the best eating fish. I ain't a mullet fan. I'll be honest with you. I've tried mullet many different ways, many different times, and I just cannot. I don't like the taste of a mullet. I don't. I don't. I know it's a real fishy taste, and I've never, ever tried mullet roe, and don't think that I ever will. If I want caviar, if I want fish eggs, I'll eat caviar.
Well, I wouldn't put it in there with caviar, but it's okay.
Yeah, take your word for it. Don't look okay. Looks a little weird to me. Anyway, anybody else gonna say anything?
Nope.
Or
Y'all had this. I was a little bit busy there, as usual.
Busy.
yeah, as usual, ever doing his fantasy NASCAR
I'm
league.
trying to get it up there. Just
Yeah.
can't figure all this stuff out.
Yeah, I think I'll just sit out the radio station and do my NASCAR. I almost said football.
Well,
league.
there's two of y'all here. If y'all can't handle it when I handle it by myself, I don't know what y'all going.
Hey, pick your sucker up
I'll
out
tell
of
you
the
something,
dirt, blow it off.
If,
now,
if me and Ronnie handle it, it'll be one of the best shows we've ever had. I'll
We've
tell you
seen that
now.
before.
Duck Dynasty premieres coming up next week, I believe. Swamp People season premiere, I think, is this week, isn't it?
I think it's today.
Yeah, Thursday night. I think you might be right. So we'll be tuning in to see what happens on Swamp People. I hadn't heard nothing out of Turtle Man. Hadn't been seeing any premieres or anything like that.
Live action.
I know that he's got to be still going strong because when we were up at the ATA show, I'm gonna tell you what, you'd have thought Gandhi was up there signing autographs. That joker. There was a line wrapped twice around the dang ATA exhibit hall.
Did you get to meet him?
I saw him and talked to him a couple of times at the booth, but I sure would never ever stand in line for them or Troy Landry or RJ and J. Paul from Swamp People. I mean, to stand in line to get a signature from another human being on this planet, to stand in line for 2.5 hours. People, I don't care if you offended or not.
No way.
What is your problem?
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Why are you going to
way.
do that?
Nah, can't
Good
do it.
Not alive.
We got a call coming
Look
in.
on the
that
internet and just forge your signature. Good gracious. Tell everybody you got
one.
it.
Good morning, caller. You on the Good Outdoors?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? I know who this
Working,
is.
man.
You working? Hey, man, you've been working half the night, ain't you?
No, I don't come in till 4.
God, you've been getting up early going to the gym, though, haven't you?
Yeah, I get up at 12:30 and go work out. You know how us fat guys are.
Wow.
You get up at 12:30 and then go to the gym?
I'm sorry, I was talking to Mr. Ronnie.
Well, you weren't talking too much.
Wow.
Look, I
you
got
me
a
down
turkey
to.
story to tell y'all.
You started.
Wow,
Go
what
ahead.
you got?
'Cause I ain't never been turkey hunting. I've been listening to y'all, so I kind of got a little motivated.
I hope you didn't go yesterday.
I went and bought me some camo and got painted up and everything. Got me one of them little boxes that you scrape and makes all that noise.
Yeah.
Got me a bucket. So I said, I'm going to go out there and just sit and watch, like you said, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to scratch and making that racket, and I could see the turkeys. They were there. And you believe that manager at Publix come out here and told me I had to leave?
Oh, man.
You had him in your sight, didn't you, brother?
I had them, son. I had them.
Oh, man.
I was coming back.
He fed you a good place, didn't you?
And he told me I had to get my bucket and leave.
Man, I tell you, people are funny about their turkey grounds. They don't want you out there.
I told him I was going to Walmart and go hunting.
Oh man, you done backed up into the bag of Doritos display there, and was got the butterballs in your sight, didn't you?
I could see them. I told you, I had all them straight. They was ready.
They wasn't saying much, so
they was ready.
they wasn't saying much, was they?
They was ready, though. I know they was.
I guarantee you they were ready if you thawed them out.
One of them even had a tag said just add water.
Hey, you got our boat ready yet?
Huh?
You got our boat ready yet?
I'm working on it tomorrow.
Oh, always tomorrow.
It'll be ready by Saturday.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
So we finna plan another trip.
I'm ready. I am red eye.
All right, then. Well, y'all need to get on something interesting now. Y'all kind of letting little Stevie carry the show there, and that's really boring.
Happens all the time.
Y'all later.
Brother.
Somebody's got to carry it. Somebody's got to carry it, puppy dog. Oh well.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, Bulldog. I've been over here on trying to get my fantasy NASCAR league straightened up, but I get back on some good things here.
Yeah, I tell you what, Bulldog, he's on a tough schedule if he gets up at 12:30 to go to the gym.
He does now.
Yeah,
and then works, goes in at 4 or 5 in the morning, he said, and works 8 or 10, 12 hours a day.
Yeah, he's a go-getter now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad he's working.
I'm sure he is too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't mean that as a joke. No, I mean it's
A
hard.
lot of Americans, it's not right now.
You're dang right. There's over, I think, 8 million people out of the workforce. It's terrible times out there. You get your job, you better hold on to it.
Yeah, it don't even matter if you like it. Just keep it.
Just keep it. Keep that income coming in so you can use some of that money to get out in the good outdoors.
Yeah, because it's not going to get any better right now.
Phone lines are open, 229-253-0995.
Let's talk about a little deer meat cooking here.
Let's do the thing.
I likes to cook some deer meat.
Yeah, there ain't but one way to cook deer meat if you're asking me.
We're not. So the way I like to cook it is I like to take a backstrap.
High five me on that one, Daryl.
I like to get. I love to cook a backstrap or ham on the grill. How's that, Bulldog? But
we taking it back, Bulldog.
I'll take a backstrap, son. I'll cut all.
Y'all
that.
gonna miss me when I'm gone.
I'll take all that backstrap and I'll cut that sinew out of it. You know, that white strips on them tendons and just all kind of mess. All the white fat, stringy
silver
crap
skin, all that stuff.
Yep. I'll cut it all off. I'll take that thing and I'll wrap it in tinfoil. I'll lay it out in the tinfoil and I'll put all kind of seasonings and garlic salt and seasoning salt and pepper, good stuff on it. And then I like to take some onions and I'll just saturate it in onions, bell peppers. I don't like to eat the bell pepper, but I like the flavor that it adds to it.
I kind of like that too.
And I'll take some potatoes also and I'll cut them up and slice them and cut them up and put them in there with it. Wrap that thing on the grill and get that grill about 300 degrees. Set it off on the side of the grill and walk away for about 5 hours.
Well, you're doing it wrong, and when we come back from the break, I'll tell you the right way to do it. You listen to the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country.
Woo-wee! Sweet Tea's Smokehouse on South Hutchinson Avenue, Adel is the bomb. You ain't had good old South Georgia barbecue if you ain't been to Sweet Tea's Smokehouse. Ribs, chicken, pork, beef, good grief, this is some fine eating. And it ain't called Sweet Tea's for nothing. Ice cold sweet tea and good old barbecue plate with all the trimmings is what living in the South is all about. Head up Highway 41 north towards Adel. Swing into Sweet Tea's Smokehouse for lunch or dinner. Great southern barbecue like it's supposed to be. And don't forget some of that fine Brunswick stew. Woo-wee!
So, Dawson, is Dad so ill about you calling him out on his shooting ability?
I don't think so, but I have seen him on the range a lot more lately.
Dad always says practice makes perfect.
That's what he says, but I don't think it works for adults.
Why do you say that?
Well, from the look of his scorecard, it's making it worse.
Dawson, bring me some more shotgun shells.
Okay, Dad.
If you need some practice, come by Southwind Clays and Quail on the Quitman Highway just past the river headed towards Quitman. With a top-notch clubhouse, a 5-stand, sporting clays range, as well as a rifle and pistol range, Southwind has what you need to succeed. World-class quail hunting is also available with some of the finest bird dogs around.
Dad sure shoots a lot.
Yeah, if he keeps this up, Mom's gonna be mad.
Why is that?
Because he's spending all Mom's shopping money on shotgun shells.
You did it. You bagged that trophy of a lifetime. So who you going to trust to recreate that memory? Jody Hewitt at Artistic Wildlife is the man to call. With years of experience and an attention to detail that is unmatched, Artistic Wildlife is the taxidermist for deer, turkey, ducks, fish, and even a dadgum godforsaken rattlesnake, if you're one of those crazy folks. Details on Jody's brand new Artistic Wildlife studio in Adel, Georgia will be coming soon. Give Jody a call at 229-560-3062 or visit his website at artistic-wildlife.com.
Service. It's a very simple word, but you'd think it's French. At Deep South Sanitation, our service will never be questioned. We are there when we say we'll be there. If there's a couple extra bags by the can, we pick it up. Deep South Sanitation don't care if the lid won't close. All the more reason to dump it. If you're elderly or disabled, the Deep South Sanitation team will get your can, dump it, and put it back. If trash blew out, we don't leave it, we pick it up. Keep the money you pay for sanitation services local by supporting Deep South Sanitation, a locally owned business. Call Carrie Scarborough today at Deep South Sanitation, 229-559-0200.
So you need a car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Midway Auto Emporium at 4189 Bemis Road, Valdosta, Georgia. Cameron and Melissa Tucker has been serving the Valdosta area for over 7 years now. They are a family-owned and operated local business with hometown values and still believe in handshake deals. With a great selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, with a Carfax report on every one of them, along with bank financing at all credit levels and interest rates as low as 1.85% with approved credit. 4189 Bemis Road, or visit their website at midwayautoemporium.com.
You're listening to The Good Outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I was told I was cooking wrong, so let's turn the show over to Steve. How am I cooking the deer meat wrong? I've done it so many times, it's been so daggone good, so how am I doing it wrong?
Well, I've been doing it about 3 years longer than you have because I'm 3 years or 4 years older. Anyway, I was just kidding, making a joke because I was having to come back on that crack. But the way I like to do it is for two reasons. It tastes good and it's easy and quick.
But you're going to fry it.
Exactly. But it's the way you fry it, though. To me, I don't know what it is. You cook more than I do, obviously. The backstrap, you prepare it. You clean it up like you said, but you cut it up in chunks, about little squares, about like chicken nugget sizes. Put it in some roll it in your flour, and then you put it in your grease on top of the stove in the thing.
And don't fry it too long.
Don't fry it too long. That's the key right there. And of course, you got to have them onions in there. Throw the Vide onions in there.
Well, don't throw them in there while you're frying it. Wait till you get the grease out of there. Yeah.
Do what now?
You don't throw the onions in there with the grease.
Oh, yes, I do. I flour my onions.
You're doing it wrong.
No. Okay.
You fry your onions actually in the grease, you do?
You dang right I do. Then you're going to learn to do it wrong, too, if you eat this. But when I roll all of it in the flour together, I put it all in it. I shake it off real good, get all the excess flour off of it. Then I drop it down in there and fry it for just a few minutes. But the key is, I've learned, there's a big difference in frying it covered and uncovered. You got to cover it. If you cover it, it changes it for some reason. I'm talking about a wholesale change in the flavor of it.
Why? Because it just throws some pressure on it?
I don't really know. I couldn't tell you, but it don't taste as good, and it may be psychological. I don't know.
You got enough issues like that.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. It's easy, it's quick, and it's good. But I got a feeling, though, about any way you cook deer meat, it's going to be good.
Well, I love to take the tenderloins out and fry them, like that, cut them up.
Sure.
Man, it's really, really good. Also a ham, man. I love to take a ham, and I'll debone that sucker. And I will wrap it in tinfoil and do the same exact thing like I talked about a few minutes ago and cook it on real low heat for many, many, many hours.
Even if you don't wrap it in tinfoil, if you get one of those tinfoil
pans. Oh, no, Daryl's got to wrap it in tinfoil.
One of those aluminum pans and cover it. That way that it can,
I love to wrap it
in
tinfoil. We got somebody fix tell us how to cook something. Watch this.
Let's hear it.
Good morning. You're on the Good Outdoors. What's going on?
Not much, guys.
What's that?
I got to tell you, y'all need to try to do it. I guarantee you like the song.
We get about every third word from you, sir.
You're breaking up on us real bad.
We got you now. Go ahead.
But you take the night before you cook it and keep it up real small.
Mm-hmm.
So
Caller, if you can hear us, you're gonna have to call back. We can't hardly hear you.
Yeah,
So call back. The number's 229-253-0995. It's kind of hard to hear you there. So maybe you can get back in touch.
I think he was
with
talking about cutting it up the night before is what he said. Cutting it up in cubes the night before, but he's going to soak it in something. I'm interested in what he's going to soak it in. That's where I'm going with it.
I like how Steve gave him the number and he'd already called.
He's giving it to everybody else.
Giving it to everybody.
I mean, you don't laugh at Chris Beckham when he does it. Why are you laughing at me?
Got him again. Let's go.
We'll slap the taste out.
Good
your
morning,
mouth.
caller.
Bring it.
Good morning. Y'all hear me better now?
Oh yeah, It's loud and clear now.
Well, what I was saying is you can take the deer meat, cube it up in real small cubes,
Yeah,
throw it in one of the disposable pans like you make a turkey in,
yeah.
and marinate it all night long in Italian dressing.
Oh yeah.
And then take it straight out of the refrigerator and throw it on the grill and just cook it like that.
Yes, sir.
I've done that. It's good.
And then when it's done off the grill, take your 2 pieces of bread, slap it on there, and you got a meal right there.
Man, you ain't kidding. You just
That is a good way.
got to concentrate on not dropping it.
We cook it like that when we go into the bog end. We'll cook it out here over a barrel at the bog end.
Oh yeah, man, that's some good eating. Any way you cook deer meat like that, I love cutting up, either cutting up, cubing it, frying it, or doing what you're doing. Man, it's awesome.
But I mean, the first time I tried it was about 5 years ago. A guy brought some over to the bog end, and I was sitting there smelling. I said, "Man, what in the world are you cooking?
What is he doing over there?"
And he gave me a sandwich, and I swear to God, that's the way I eat it all the time now.
Yes, sir. That's good. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
All right, man.
Appreciate you calling, making us hungry.
Anytime you go anywhere like that and you didn't take anything to eat with you and somebody's cooking,
it's good.
It always smells the best.
It don't matter
in the
what
world.
they got. Beaver tail be good in that situation.
You doggone right.
You're right about that now. We got another call coming in. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Thank you. Hey, the best way to cook it is cube it, flour it, and fry it, and then take the grease, do away with it, make you some gravy.
Yes, ma'am.
Brown gravy. And
Yeah.
onions,
That's what I'm talking
and then have you some dry rice and some green beans and sweet tea.
That's what I'm talking about right
Got to
there.
have a sweet tea.
Sweet tea changes the whole complexion of the meal.
Yes.
Yeah. Where are you calling from?
Well, I'm in Fitzgerald today, but I live in Ray City.
Fitzgerald. You're traveling to Fitzgerald. You're from Ray City. Good deal. We appreciate you listening and sharing that recipe with us.
All right. Talk
Thank
to you later.
All right. We got another hungry caller calling in. Good morning, caller. Ooh. Swing and a miss. Strike
again,
one.
Daryl.
Yep, here we go again. Good morning, caller. You on there on the Good Outdoors?
Good morning.
How are you?
You just take your shoulder or ham,
Yeah.
put it in the oven, put some salt and pepper and some butter on it, put it in there and let it cook off the bone, and then chip it up and barbecue it.
I hear you. Yeah, that's a good way to do that shoulder meat. There ain't a whole lot of, you got your hams that are a little bit higher quality. The shoulder's usually a little lesser quality, but that is a great way to handle the shoulder. I like that.
Making me hungry up in here this morning.
Good deal. Appreciate you sharing that with us this morning.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you.
Woo, I'm getting hungry. I hope Pam hurries up.
Good morning, caller. You on there on the Good Outdoors?
Nope,
not yet.
Little
Try
early.
it now. Good morning, caller. You on there on the Good Outdoors? How you doing?
I'm all right. How y'all doing this morning?
We not got hungry. I don't know why, but we are.
I know that's right. Y'all making me hungry.
That's right.
The best way I found to do it is to cube deer steak. Is just take some Lipton onion soup mix and mix it with your flour. Put some butter in a skillet. Brown it on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Take it out and then let it simmer with some more butter for about 10 minutes. And you talking about tender and flavored.
Man, that sounds good. We need to be. I hope we're recording this show, Daryl Sample, because all these recipes, I'm going to be trying them this year.
We'll have to make
I know that's right. We get a lot of good ideas, ain't we?
Yeah, sure are. Y'all keep it calling. Appreciate you calling in. Where are you calling from this morning?
Brooks County.
Brooks County. All right. Good deal. Appreciate you calling. Yeah, I'll tell you, we got another caller. We done struck a nerve on this food this morning. Good morning, caller. You on there on the Good Outdoors? How you doing?
Good morning, fella.
Give us a recipe, brother. We hungry up in here.
Tuning in a little late, but the best way to do it I found is take the back strap, cut it up into small pieces, wrap it in bacon.
Oh yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
I was waiting on somebody to bust out with the bacon. So I went to the Paula Dean cooking school. I'm either gonna have bacon or butter in mine.
Yeah, you got to have it. It's a staple ingredient.
You can wrap anything in bacon. It's good.
Shoot, yeah.
How about beaver tail? You think you can wrap beaver tail in bacon and make it good?
Yeah, eat the
I
bacon.
don't know. I never tried it, but I'd be up for it if bacon going.
Yeah, the bacon would be good.
Yeah, that's a good point. Ronnie just brought out. Use the bacon. If the meat ain't that good, you can always eat the bacon. It ain't gonna let you down. Appreciate you calling this morning.
Yes, sir.
One thing I have figured out is out of all these recipes we've heard, I ain't heard a bad one yet.
No.
Let's take another call. All right. Good morning, caller. You on the Good Outdoors?
You know, y'all fellas show I'm making a man hungry.
Oh, man, tell me about it. What about you?
I got a couple things, actually. One of them kind of off topic. One of them's on topic. Now, my back strap, the way I do it is I go ahead, get them cleaned out, go ahead and get all that silver skin and everything off of them. And I have my own secret marinade that I make for it. And one of the ingredients is Dale seasoning, and that's all I'm going to give you.
Okay, you can't do that, sir. You can't call in here and tell us your secret
top
thing.
secret.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
Well, I don't think the show's long enough right now for me to be able to see the whole process.
You don't know us well enough to share that recipe yet, do you?
It's just a bunch of different mixtures and spices. I tell everybody it's a secret because it take me forever to tell you what all I put in it. But
it's just easier to say it's a secret.
I marinated in that, put it in the refrigerator or the freezer, depending on how long before I'm actually planning on eating it. But I always give it at least a day to soak in that, and then you just throw it on the grill, and you can grill it or smoke it over some mesquite wood or whatever you want to do. But to me, if the backstrap is not placed on the grill, you ruined it.
Yeah, I agree. It's good on the grill, but you got to try that smother frying recipe now. You might at least give it equal billing, but
you know why you like that smothered fries are good because we can eat it over rice.
Yeah, I love that rice. You got to have that rice. But,
the other thing I got this morning is for Steve. My son goes to Durham Elementary School.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah,
and the principal of Durham Elementary School is a guy named Chuck Jones.
Chuck Jones, yes, sir. Yeah.
I bumped into him in the store yesterday, and I remember the fishing story about you taking the header out of the boat.
And falling right out.
I said, Mr. Jones, I got a question for you. I said, I heard a guy talking the other day on the radio and, kind of running through the story with him real quick. I said, I was just curious, was that you? He said, yeah, that fella was Steve, and he told me his last name. He said, I'm going to have to call him. He's putting that out. He said, he sure did. First time we ever went fishing, he said he took a header right on out of the boat about the time to fish. He said, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, about the first night I'd ever met him, and I remember the look on his face, and he was looking at me like, what are you doing? That was some good times, and we caught a lot of fish together. Old Chuck's a great guy.
I've had pleasant dealing with him when I've had to go up there to the school. He really is. But he thought that was funny, so you probably be expecting a call from him.
I'm sure he will. He likes to rub that in on me every chance he gets. Tell him I said hey when you see him.
All right.
Appreciate you calling.
All right, man. Bye-bye.
Welcome, Pam, to the studio.
Yeah, I tell you, my favorite person to just come in here. I reached over there to grab a piece of sausage, and she slapped me.
Get him.
Yeah,
I get mine first.
Well, I know what she's doing. She's making sure that Daryl don't hog it all. Remember what happened to us last? Me and Ronnie got one piece, and Daryl got 6. I don't know how that happened.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
No, that ain't the way it's. That ain't the way it's going down today. That's right. That ain't the way it's happening today. We're gonna go ahead and go to break about 3 seconds early. I just hope y'all understand. You listen to Good Outdoors.
It's that time of year. People everywhere will be scrambling to find somebody to take care of filing their taxes. Fast Tax and Bookkeeping at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q has a quick turnaround time and the knowledge to prepare your taxes properly, making sure you are getting what's due. With $25 1040 EZ filings, electronic refunds in a flash, military and college student discounts, and fast and friendly service, drop by and see Lisa Griffiths and the gang at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q, or give them a call at 229-253-0181 to schedule an appointment.
White Brothers Auto Supply is South Georgia's auto parts headquarters, located at 1106 West Hill Avenue in Valdosta, Georgia. White Brothers can cover the smallest auto part need right up to a replacement engine or transmission. Serving Valdosta with an enormous auto parts inventory, you can rest assured that White Brothers has what you need, no matter if you're a do-it-yourselfer or an automotive professional. White Brothers has the right part at the right price. Stop by 1106 West Hill Avenue in Valdosta or call 229-244-8773 for all your auto part needs.
That Austin's
is the best in town. Bad Austin's make you come on down. I don't think I can even wait. Those steaks are hand-cut fresh every day. Steaks and seafood put you in a good mood. I can't wait to get my hands on that food. Cause that Austin's is all mine. And you know there's one thing I got to say. I love my Austin steak.
We're talking 100% aged, Midwestern, grain-fed beef. When you want steak, Austin's Cattle Company. It's where a steak lover goes to get a real cut of steak. Log on, check them out on the website, austinscattlecompany.com, or better yet, just stop by, exit 16 off of I-75. Austin's, it's an addiction you never have to quit.
I can't wait to get my hands on that food.
Everyone knows that Eagle Auto Repair in Lake Park, Georgia is the best place to get your vehicle back in shape and keep it there. But did you know they're also a certified U-Haul provider? That's right. If you are moving somewhere or pulling a car or truck and need help, Eagle Auto Repair can hook you up. No matter if it's local or long distance, we've got you covered. Might as well leave your car for service while you move. That's multitasking. Eagle Auto Repair, 321 Lakes Boulevard in beautiful Lake Park, Georgia. Stop by or give Ronnie a call at 229-559-1999.
Attention Outdoor Nation. Adel Outfitters, located at exit 39 on I-75 in Adel, Georgia, has over 18,000 square feet of outdoor unbelievability just waiting on you. Specializing in a wide range of outdoor supplies for everyone, including hunting, fishing, shooting, kayaking, camping, Little League, clothing, knives, boots, you name it, Adel Outfitters has it. They also have that personal one-on-one attention that you just might not be getting from some of the big boxes, and Adel Outfitters has a whole lot less overhead, so you'll be surprised at the deals. So come see us now at Adel Outfitters, exit 39, Adel, Georgia.
You're listening to The Good Outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun.
Okay, we're back. All right. We were a little bit busy there for a minute. We got a call coming in. Let's take it so we can eat. Good morning, caller. You on The Good Outdoors?
Hey, I know I'm on the Good Outdoors. I'm in the Good Outdoors.
Hey, Peg, we eating, so go ahead and talk for a while.
Yeah, we need.
And I was going to call you just before you put your smackers in there. What does Stevie call them things?
Soup coolers.
Soup loopers or some kind of crap like that. But
Yeah,
anyway,
soup coolers.
Yeah, soup coolers. I was just wondering what time does Miss Pam bring them biscuits by?
35 minutes ago, you're too late.
Well, I reckon if I called in every morning, you'd say, you're too late, she done gone.
Pretty much. We're going to hog the food. She is in here as we speak, and we are eating, and we're loving it. So keep talking.
Okay, well, I was talking, y'all were talking about, not me, I was talking to myself, but I only get worried once I start answering myself.
That's right.
But frying deer nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon that's what y'all was talking about.
We was talking about cooking deer meat. We're talking about cooking deer meat anyway.
Deer nuggets.
Yeah,
What you
deer
call?
meat. The best way to cook it is to cook it so you don't eat it raw. Any of it's good.
That's right. Just make sure it's done. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. But I'm like y'all. I don't like to cook it too long. If you cook it too long, the texture is wrong.
Yeah, you've ruined it.
That's a good rule of thumb. If you cook it too long, the texture is wrong.
That's a rhyme.
After you swallow that sausage and biscuit there, you gnawing on.
Well, I can tell you this much.
Did you say yes, amen?
Hey, yes, amen.
There you go, Ron. There you go. I know big boy got me.
I can tell you this much, Peg. If you want to know how to make some good sausage, all you got to do is ask Miss Pam.
Well, what I'm trying to find out what time I need to make it up there in the morning.
Just meet us up here at 9 o'clock on the 32nd.
I think you're pulling my leg. And
No.
I'm on my last leg, brother.
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
I'm trying to take that offensive.
9 o'clock, November the 32nd.
I don't take nothing about my peg leg offensive. I've had more fun off of this peg leg than a barrel full of money. I told somebody yesterday I could retire, and if I retired right now on my disability, my check would be bigger than if I worked 7 more years and draw my regular, retirement check, Social Security.
Huh.
Yeah. I could get my disability check right now, and I draw more money than if I worked 7 more years.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, brother.
You just like to work, don't you?
I just like to go, man. God's blessed me.
Yeah.
And he's a wonderful being.
Yeah. You got to keep going, man. An idle mind is the devil's workshop, just as the old saying goes.
Hey,
Did you just come up with that?
I'm fixing to get into a sermon. I'm going to preach you one, and I'm here to preach to you. This old boy's been blessed. Y'all's radio station helped me a lot. People don't realize it, but I'm traveling down the road, and I'm listening to these sad songs, on Kick 99.5. 99.5. Yeah, it's good. Now I don't listen to nothing but 99.5, and but they play some sad country sometime, and I had to stop.
Yeah.
And think about my boys.
Oh yeah.
And I had to pull over because I can't see because it looked like it raining in my eyes.
Yeah.
But when y'all started out, I told Daryl when he called me. I said, man, I turned that radio station on, and they said something about the good outdoors. And I said, these guys must just be learning. And come to find out, y'all been living in them like I have all your life.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That's
but it brought a lot of meaning to me, and I don't have to pull over side the road and cry every morning. I just laugh with you.
That's right. It's tears of joy now, ain't it?
Hey, tears of joy, bro.
I tell you what,
I should have been to begin with.
I think we quite possibly have the best radio show in all the land, and that's just my opinion. I know that Daryl and Ronnie probably agree with me.
You quite possibly think it. I know it.
Well, we appreciate
the difference.
We appreciate it. We just got to spread the word, man. Spread the word. Spread the gospel up in here.
We definitely have to.
You know I do.
I know you do.
Man, don't hesitate to think.
You a deacon?
The guys at work, I love them. That's a good bunch of people I work with, and they'll be saying, Peg, I ain't heard you talk lately on the radio. And I said, so you are listening. You keep listening, you'll hear me talk.
That's right. You are a deacon in the high church of the good outdoors, brother.
I am the chic of the sleek. The nighttime, the daytime, I'll be slipping around. I am the the outdoors, good outdoors
guru.
You the field research, research.
Field research. That's the word I was looking for.
That's right.
Field research superintendent.
There you go.
If another one comes on, he's got an answer to me because I can tell him how to do it. You see.
You got seniority.
And there you go.
Well, Pam Neesmith, she brought the sausages in here this morning. She wanted me to make sure I told you Happy Valentine's Day.
Hey, and that's another thing that I had on my mind. I'm glad you reminded me. You tell Miss Pam I ain't eat one of them soup cooling sausage biscuits yet, but there'll be a day that I will. And you tell her I said, Peg Leg Jack said, I hope she has the best Happy Valentine's Day a lady can have.
Well, I thank you, Peg. If you'll let me know when you're going to come by one morning, I'll make sure I bring sausage that morning where you can try.
Hey, girl, look at here, girl. You just come in and bust them all out. I'm talking to Miss Pam personally. Hey,
first time she's ever talked.
Valentine's Day is made right now. I'm sleeking down 84 like a snake on the floor. Hey.
First time she's ever talked on the radio, Peg, and you got her to talk.
Hey, man. Hey, I can get women to do a lot of things most men can't. And I'm going to leave it at that. I didn't mean that ugly, Miss Pam.
That's all right. You have a good day.
You too, man. God bless you, and you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. You keep my brothers from another mother up there in order, and I love all of you.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Blessed day.
All right, man. Appreciate you
God
calling
bless
in this morning, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Later.
I tell you, Pam has made 3 types of sausage this morning: bratwurst, pizza flavored, and taco flavored. I'm gonna tell y'all, I wish you could taste this. It's the most amazing thing I've had in a long time.
That's some good stuff.
We got a call coming in. I believe we'll try to take it real quick. Good morning, caller. You're listening to the Good Outdoors. How are you?
Just fine.
Good
Got
deal.
a good one for you.
Lay it on
After you get through eating that back strap of that fried sausage,
Yeah.
and you're ready for just a little bit of dessert, pour you some good old cane syrup in your plate and start sopping that thing with that.
And Earl knows a little something about cane syrup, don't you?
Huh?
And you know a little something about cane syrup, don't you?
I know a little bit about it, but you got to get that pure cane syrup.
That's right.
You got it.
I'll see about getting y'all some up there.
Yeah, I think you need to, buddy.
I'd love to be sopping this link sausage in a little bit of cane syrup.
That'd be good,
Earl.
too.
That would be good.
Yeah. But y'all try that. That's good.
All right, appreciate it, buddy.
Uh-huh.
We got another call coming in. Let's see what they got to say. Good morning, caller. Well, we'll try it again. Good morning, caller. You're on the air on the Good Outdoors. How are you?
All right. Good morning.
Are you hungry?
This is the Coon Man.
The Coon Man.
And I want to tell my brother Peg I love you, boy.
Oh, I know Peg listened out there. He's our crack field research guru.
Yes, look here. I'm kind of disappointed in you, Steve.
I know you are. I know what you're fixing to say, but go ahead. Lay it on me. I can take it.
You mentioned earlier, about 20 or 30 minutes ago, you don't like to eat no coon.
No, I did mention that, and I maybe I have not had it prepared correctly. So
That's
I'm
probably the case.
I'm willing to try it again if you would bring some up here.
Well, now, who cooks the coon for you?
Well, the only time I ever tried it was one time at Morningside Baptist Church at the Wild Game Supper. It was only prepared one way, and I honestly could not tell you how it was cooked. I just did not enjoy it.
I understand.
So I have not given the coon the fair shot there.
I understand. You might need to get the right person to cook you some coon there, Steve.
I believe you the man. I believe you are the man.
I ain't the man.
No, you're the man, dog. You're the man.
I'm not the man. You have to get a Democrat to cook the coon. I don't know how to do that.
Well, there's a good chance I ain't going to have it because I ain't even got one single Democrat friend.
Yeah, you got to have a Democrat man to cook the coon and he'll take care of you.
Well, I'll have to search one up. We'll have to put something on Facebook then.
Because they the only ones I know that know how to cook a coon.
Good.
You're probably right, because whenever I tried it, it was a Democrat that cooked it. And I'm going to tell you, it was good.
Y'all boys here, anybody wanting to buy some coons or need some coons to eat, to call me, because I got some in the freezer.
All right, we'll do that. We'll sure do it, man. Appreciate you calling in this morning.
Y'all be good, and I'll see y'all guys.
Okay.
Tell my brother Peg Leg, I love you, boy.
We'll tell him. We'll tell him. Coon Man. We got another call coming in. We'll go ahead and take it now. Good morning, caller. You're on there on the Good Outdoors.
I knew he was going to call back. I love you too, Coon Man.
Hey, y'all tell Coon Man. Don't tell him I love him, say. He said to tell you he's listening right now.
I ain't got to tell him he's listening to you right now.
He probably fixed to pull over the side of the road slapping his knee.
Hey.
That joker knows he cooks some coon now.
Hey, this young and the wrestler stuff's got to stop.
Yeah. I don't.
This ain't no dates.
Don't you know that they are other forms of communication?
What you need to do is start getting like a 4-part line system in there. So
No, we ain't
all
gonna be
talk
doing that.
together.
You and Coon Man need to swap digits. Is what you need to do.
Between me and Coon Man and y'all, I want to tell all of you, I don't love you. I love you, baby. I love you, Coon Man. Later.
All right, bye. I tell you what, you get them two going. That's funny. That Coon Man, he's got that little bit of an accent, sound like Dusty Rhodes. Let me tell y'all boys something now. You got the Coon Man calling up in here.
But that with the atomic elbow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Next thing you know, Nature Boy gonna be calling. Woo! Hey, we get ready to go to another break here. The time is flying by, but we're looking forward to the break so we can wrap our soup coolers around some more of this Pam Neesmith sausage. Man, I tell you what, we'll be back here in 3 minutes to listen to the Good Outdoors.
There's a natural order to football tailgating. You can't invite your friends until you ignite the football rivalries. That's why football tailgating starts with an ice-cold Bud Light Lime. It's the superior drinkability of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. So go ahead and party it up right after you raise it up. Only the seasons change. Tastes don't. Look for a Bud Light Lime and find your summer state of mind anytime. It's in the Lime. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Lime flavored beer, St. Louis, Missouri. The grill might be in storage, but that's what campfires are for. And the backyard party is on hiatus, but that's because everyone is tailgating. Only the seasons change, tastes don't. And when you've got Bud Light Lime, you don't need summer to have a good time. It's the superior drinkability of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Look for a Bud Light Lime and find your summer state of mind anytime. It's in the lime. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Lime flavored beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
So, Dawson, is Dad so ill about you calling him out on his shooting ability?
I don't think so, but I have seen him on the range a lot more lately.
Dad always says practice makes perfect.
That's what he says, but I don't think it works for adults.
Why do you say that?
Well, from the look of the scorecard, it's making it worse.
Dawson, bring me some more shotgun shells.
Okay, Dad.
If you need some practice, come by Southwind Clays and Quail on the Quitman Highway just past the river headed towards Quitman. With a top-notch clubhouse, a 5-stand, sporting clays range, as well as a rifle and pistol range, Southwind has what you need to succeed. World-class quail hunting is also available with some of the finest bird dogs around.
Dad sure shoots a lot.
Yeah, if he keeps this up, Mom's gonna be mad.
Why is that?
Because he's spending all Mom's shopping money on shotgun shells.
You did it. You bagged that trophy of a lifetime. So who you going to trust to recreate that memory? Jody Hewitt at Artistic Wildlife is the man to call. With years of experience and an attention to detail that is unmatched, Artistic Wildlife is the taxidermist for deer, turkey, ducks, fish, and even a dadgum godforsaken rattlesnake, if you're one of those crazy folks. Details on Jody's brand new Artistic Wildlife studio in Adel, Georgia will be coming soon. Give Jody a call at 229-560-3062 or visit his website at artistic-wildlife.com.
Val Optics on Patterson Street in Valdosta, Georgia has been providing 1-hour service for 25 years. From eyeglass repair to eye exams conducted by one of 2 on-site optometrists, Val Optics is there for all of your eyesight concerns. There is no need for an appointment and most insurances are accepted. Val Optics also accepts outside prescriptions. So if you need eyeglass repair or an eye exam, stop by Val Optics at 601 North Patterson Street, Valdosta, Georgia. 25 years in business says it all.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Welcome back to the Good Outdoors. We broadcast live Monday through Friday on 99.5 Kicks Country here in beautiful Valdosta, Georgia. We have the phone lines usually open at 5 a.m., 229-2530-995. They have been working overtime this morning on the phone lines because we've been talking about a subject that has struck a nerve, food. We've got food in the studio. We've been talking about food recipes, and I think everybody's good and hungry, and I think that the local restaurants is going to be happy that we've created some appetites this morning. So we got a caller coming in. I'm burping up sausage here, so I'm glad he's calling. Good morning, caller. You were on there on the Good Outdoors. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to call y'all back, and y'all talking about all this sausage and how good it is.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you what I got here. I got to go pick it up this afternoon. They called me yesterday afternoon and said it was ready, but I'd already made it to the house. So I told them I'd be by there to get it today. But that's to take you a deer and a wild hog and have it mixed half and half, smoked link sausage.
Ooh.
I tell you, every time I eat it, it makes me want to slap my mama.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, I haven't never heard of that, but I can see how that'd be really good right there, mixing that pork. It's kind of like, mixing, people mix pork and beef to make sausage, so mixing pork and deer meat makes perfect sense to me. I don't see nothing wrong with you swinging some of it by for us to make an accurate critique on.
Amen.
No, the only problem I see with me swinging it by is it'd be probably about 50 miles out of my way.
Get up earlier, man. Get up earlier.
Well, I mean, you either love us and support us or you don't. So you're making a statement here. So, I mean, if 50 miles keeps you from coming to see us, I don't know, man.
$3.60 a gallon in a Dodge Ram.
You got that right.
Steve will give you gas money.
I feel your pain, brother. I drive a Dodge too, 13 miles to the gallon. Gotta love it.
Matter of fact, when you get if you'll take a check, I'll pay that sucker off for you.
There's one thing in this world they don't dodge, and that's a gas station.
That's funny right there.
I had never even thought about trying that, and I was hunting with a friend of mine this year. we come up on one of his hog traps, and he reset it and all. And I said, "What do you do? Just trap your hog every now and then or whatever?" He said, "Well, I like to keep some in the freezer during deer season. That way, when I get one and I get a deer, I go and I have me some sausage made that's half and half." He said, "I'm telling you, you ever eat it one time, you won't never want it like that again. You won't never want it any other way."
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that too.
I run up on me a hog, and I laid her down and went and had me a doe in the freezer. So I took it and had it made, and he was right. I shot me a deer, and that joker sat in the freezer for 3 weeks until I caught another hog.
Huh. Let me ask you this: when you get that, you get it smoked link sausage. How do you like to cook it? Do you like to grill it, or what's your best way to cook it?
It all depends on what kind of mood I'm in. If I don't feel like throwing it up on the grill, I just take it and break it up and put it in a pot of boiling water.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Just let it sit in that boiling water until I feel like it's hot enough to eat good. And
Right.
my wife, she likes it when I throw it up on the grill. But like I say, there again, it all depends on what kind of mood I'm in and what I'm doing. If I'm firing up the grill, it's like, hey, go grab me a pack of that sausage.
Yeah, that's what I do at my house. So I'm grilling steaks or hamburger, and I got some coal going. I'll go ahead and throw some link sausage up there and grill it, and then put at the worst put it in the refrigerator and then heat it up in the microwave for breakfast. In the coming week or whatever. That's the way I like to do that.
Well, I'll tell you a place to carry it now. It might be a little bit out of your way there, especially driving a Dodge. Place in Tifton called Safety Right.
Safety Right. Okay.
Now they do it jam up. They'll take them in live. If you bring a hog in live, it ain't but $10 to skin it and scald it. I mean, and if you bring them in dead, they charge $30 to skin and gut them. It ain't but 69 cents a pound to have them processed, no matter what you have done to them, except for smoked sausage, and that's $1 a pound.
Right.
Matter of fact, when he called me yesterday, he told me that my deer and hog together weighed 121 pounds. He says, so you can figure you're probably going to get 95 pounds of meat off of that. I had 20 pounds of the sausage done. It's only going to cost me $101, and you cannot go to the store and buy
No.
pound of meat cheaper than that.
No, so you saving yourself a tremendous amount of money off your grocery bill right there. I can guarantee you that.
No, you ain't lying, especially the price of pork's going at now. I looked the other day, $17 for a pack of bacon. I like to pass out.
$17 for a pack of bacon. Good.
Wow. It was $17. Well, it was actually $17.99. It was actually what was a little over $18 for a pack of bacon. I was like, good God have mercy.
Yeah, I won't be eating no bacon no more, I guess.
Me neither. And not unless I can give me a little trailer and load me a wild hog. Because that's. Yeah. They told me that that's the only way you can get bacon on one is it has to be brought in alive and cleaned under USDA inspection. Otherwise, they can't do it.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So, but he told me, said, man, bring them things alive in here. He said, I'll do anything you want to it. Bacon, all kind of stuff. And it is absolutely delicious. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I tell you, all that money you're saving on getting your meat processed like that, you can put that in your gas tank and you're doing good.
Well, I probably could, but then, I got 4 youngins, too. So.
Yeah, they work at the gas pump.
You can bring them, too.
Yeah,
I got a wife. I got a 12-year-old son, an 11-year-old son, and 3-year-old twin girls. And
I'm about the same way. I got a 13-year-old, 11-year-old, 5-year-old, and a 3-year-old. So I know what you're going through, brother. It ain't easy, is it?
And that the 12-year-olds and all that. Now they don't want Wrangler pants from Walmart. They want them from JCPenney or all that costs about $40 a pair. And I keep telling my boy, you go around your underwear before I buy you a $40.
Tell him he can wear them when he gets a job.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I remember when I was little, my daddy, I wanted a pair of jeans. The big jeans when I was little was the jeans with the holes in them.
Yep.
And I was telling Daddy I wanted a pair, and he said, all right, I'll tell you what. He went in my room and got 3 pair of my blue jeans on the line, shot him a buckshot. He said, there you go.
That'll do it right there. That'll do it. Appreciate you calling in this morning. You be careful.
All right, y'all too. Bye.
Yeah, he's talking about clothes. When me and Daryl was growing up, we got hand-me-downs from when we could and stuff like that. And I remember J.M. and Mary Sue Harris, his son Mike, he was a little older than us, but he was thin like me. I was skinny as a rail. They sent a box of clothes down of Mike's. Man, it was like Christmas. I'd always tear through that box, see what he had, because they always wore the Levi's. I always wore Rustlers from Kmart. Well, I pulled up, and I see this pair of Levi's in there, and I said, holy, these things look brand new. And I slipped them on. I got them buttoned. they fit and all that. Man, I was cutting them like a new pair of scissors. I wore them to school the next day. Some of my friends reported to me that they were girl jeans. Carol, his sister, somehow had slipped some jeans in there, and I wore the girl jeans to school. I sure did. I was so embarrassed.
The start of his new life.
Oh, yeah. I could have went the wrong way right there, but luckily I got back on the right path. They fit good, though. They look good, too. Made my butt look real nice. I like them.
Thank you, brother. I don't believe I told that.
I'm secure in my masculinity. I can promise you that.
I'm not, and yours.
That's the problem. We're not.
Y'all a bunch of homophobes.
Hey, you know what? This segment has been brought to you by Southwind Sporting Clays and
what a
Quail.
segment it is.
Yeah, out there off Highway 84, man. And I believe Dawson might be coming in tomorrow. I hope he said he might be able to come in tomorrow.
He said he had a window. He was trying to fit us in his busy schedule.
That'd be nice for him. We got some giveaways going on. So if he comes in tomorrow, maybe he'll bring a little something to give away from Southwind.
Yeah, I heard you the other day kind of trying to prime Dawson up. You didn't ask John, you asked his kid.
What?
Had to see if you can get some giveaways.
Oh, man, dude, John would just hand them to us, man. I mean, I was just messing with Dawson, make him feel good.
Yeah, John is the most free-hearted guy you'll ever meet out there, and he runs a class organization out there, man. I tell you, I had a lot of fun that day out there when we were warming up on the 5 stand, sitting there just talking, watching Daryl and Chad and Cameron miss, and we had a good time.
Let me tell you about Cameron, man. I talked to his wife yesterday, sent me a message, said, I finally got the grin off his face today.
I bet he's booked 5 more quail hunts out there since we left.
And he had a good time.
He done ordered him a Benelli over and under. He's ready. He's ready to get into it. But
I had fun too, man. Cameron, if you want to go back, let me know, because I'm ready too.
I keep glancing up at the TV screen. We got a TV screen up there that keeps showing the weather, and I keep dying to hear the Rusty Nut weather report. Why don't you lay that on us, Ronnie?
Oh, okay. It's currently 50 degrees. Have some AM showers this morning. High today of 61. Low tonight of 38. 30% chance of rain today. Winds are north at 6 miles per hour. Tomorrow, going to be sunny with a high of 71. 0% chance of rain. Winds north at 7 miles per hour. Tomorrow night's low is 42. And then we'll carry it on into the weekend tomorrow.
What's tonight's low?
Tonight's low is 38.
38. 38 degrees. Yeah, that's going to get a little cool. Going to be might be a little frost on the pumpkin in the morning. Who knows?
I doubt there's any pumpkins left.
Yeah. It's a figure of speech. Once again, I've talked over your head, and I apologize for that.
Figurative speech.
Oh, well. Anyway, we've had a good show this morning.
Yeah, we did. A lot of good recipes. I hope we did record this show, because I'm interested in trying some more of these recipes. That one was putting it in the pan in Italian dressing, Italian seasoning.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm going to try that one. I might try that this weekend.
I'm going to tell you the truth.
No, next weekend. Next weekend.
Right now, nothing sounds good.
Yeah, after eating all that.
Thank you, Pam Neesmith.
Yeah. Neesmith Sausage Incorporated there.
Woo!
They can flat shoulder do it. I got to do some more investigating on that, and I'm telling you, that was impressive to me. I got to figure that out. I may have to buy me some processing equipment and get busy this time.
Hey, I've had a great time this morning. Great. I was hungry. I'm not hungry anymore, but I'll be hungry again in about 30 minutes, I'm sure. I'll work this off.
We're gonna do some giveaways in the morning, so y'all make sure you tune in.
That's right. Stay tuned. We'll see everybody, or talk to everybody tomorrow. I won't be seeing unless you come up here. Have a good day in the good outdoors, everybody.
See you later.
Toodles.
You've been listening to The Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie. Join us every weekday at 4:30 when we'll do it again.